everyone. I wanted to do a quick lesson on another type of calculator that we can use to do correlation and regression problems. This calculator is called a Desmos calculator. You can get to Desmos by going to www.desmos.com and use the calculator there. It's also nice because it has an app that you can get on Android or on iPhones or iPads. In the videos that you watched from this week, I taught you how to graph scatter plots and find regression equations using a TI-84 calculator. I'm going to show you how to do the same thing with minimal steps on a Desmos calculator. So on Desmos, what you'll notice is that on the left-hand side of the screen, you have cells where you can type math problems like 5 plus 2, and then it would do 5 plus 2 is 7 like a normal calculator. Okay, but you can do other things in it as well, like graph. So you can graph equations, but you can also graph points. So what you can do is on the top left, you hit a plus sign, and then it gives you choices. I'm going to choose table, and then you're going to plot points. So I'm just going to plot some basic points just to show you. -2 and 3. The point -1 and 2, the point 0 and 1.5, the point 1 and 0.75, 2, and we'll just say 0. Okay, so here we have a scatter plot. It looks linear. It looks like the R is going to be strong in the negative direction. Okay, so that's how you would create a scatter plot. You just hit plus sign, click table, and then put in your points. It's easy as that. And what's cool is you can zoom in, you can zoom out, you can move right or left. Right, so there's our scatter plot. Now, if we want to do a regression equation, what you're going to do is you are going to type into cell number 2. Into cell number 2, you're going to type in Y1, okay, because notice it said Y1 there. And then you're going to use this little mark here, and then X1 for X1 plus B. So basically you're telling it, I want you to find the regression equation using the points from X1 and Y1. And so you're going to put that right here. You're going to type it exactly the way I have written it right there. So in the second cell, I'm going to type Y1 squiggle, which is the top left of your keyboard if you're using a laptop, MX1 plus B. And check out what they give us over here. First, they give us R, and look at that R. R is -0.9959. That's really close to 1, so that's a strong negative correlation. Okay, then they give us M and B, this M and this B right here. So we know our equation is Y equals -0.725 X plus B, which is 1.45. And if you look about right there, that is about 1.45. Okay, and that's all you do. It is much quicker than using the TI-84 calculator, and this is free. So if you don't have a TI-84 calculator, you can definitely use this in a pinch. So what I want to show you is in the video, I talked about a house problem, and I want to show you those same points that I did in the video, the same example. All right, so what I've done is I have clicked the plus sign, chosen table, and then I've typed in these points that were from the house problem. So if you will recall, the X's represented the size of the house in square feet, and the Y was the cost of the house, or the selling price of the house, in thousands of dollars. So 2521 means a house that is 2,521 square feet costs $400,000. All right, so you should be familiar with this problem because it is in the video lecture for this week. First, if you look on your right, you don't see, where are the points? Okay, well, they're not here because my smallest X is 2521, my highest is 3198. Look at the X's here. So what you can do, you can move the graph over. You can just start moving it over until you can find the points, or you can go to this little wrench right here at the top right. If you click on it and then you come down to here, you can see where you can put in a window boundaries for the x-axis and the y-axis. So for my lowest X, I need to go lower than 2521. So I think I'm just going to do 2500. And then my highest X was 3198. So maybe I'm just going to say 3500. And it's up to you as long as the X's fit on the graph. Okay, for the Y's, the smallest Y was 400, so I'm going to go a little bit below that. So I'm going to do maybe 350. And then the highest X was 455, so I'm going to do 500. Okay, and now notice, now we can look at it, and I'll minimize the screen over there on the left. Now you can see the scatter plot. This is the same scatter plot that we saw in the lecture videos. All right, now on to try to find the regression equation. So remember, all we have to do is we type in y1. Now, the number you put with your y has to match the number that is right up here. So this is x1 and y1, so it has to match that. Okay, so we're going to type in y1 squiggle mx1 plus b. Okay, so I'm going to type that in, y1 squiggle mx1 plus b. And you can see the line here, and then you can see the m and the b. So my regression equation is y equals 0.099198, which is 0992, x plus 160.194, just like we got in the video. Our R is 0.9006, so it's definitely showing a strong, and this time positive, linear correlation. So again, we are using Desmos. So Desmos.com. Pretty awesome tool. Okay.